We're here with John Alward, running for state representative of Pennsylvania. We're sitting down here taking a nice little break from a sign-waving party that we're having for him, outside the box that is. John, tell me, what's it like out here today? What's it been like?
It's been really good. We've had a lot of terrific reaction being on a Sunday. I think I couldn't be happier, actually. We get a lot of honks. Of course, we have Remember the Pay Raise sign. We have a sign that says Alward against property taxes, all the things that I'm against. And people are sick and tired. And I think it shows by the response we're getting.
John, we're out talking to people. I mean, do they really remember the pay raise? You got to remind them? What's up with that, John?
Well, a lot of people do remember it. And we're just reminding those that don't remember it. And, you know, he's been running away with our money for a long time, so now I'm going to be running for him. Because it's about time that he understands the full effect of what he's been a part of for the past 7 or 8 years by putting him back out into the private sector, so he really understands how hard it is to make the money that he says he can make.
John, tell us a little bit about John. Tell us why you're doing this, John.
Because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and too few people step up to the plate and try to get things changed. We have a terrific group of people that have jumped on board, and I couldn't be happier with them. They're enthusiastic. They do what they say they're going to do, and it's re-energized my campaign. You know, these things kind of take a little bit of a lull here and there, and it's back on track, and we're rocking and rolling. I'm just thrilled.
Awesome, awesome. You know, I look around in the 5th district here where you're at, and you know, it's a lot of beautiful countryside. What do you got? What ideas you got for the farmers around here, in the locals here? What's your stance on agriculture?
Well, you know, we have to eat, and the farmers have to be able to do what they do best, and that's grow our food. Some of them are growing a lot of crops for renewable resources, and I think it's important that we do everything level-headedly. You know, we can't give up one in favor of the other, but then again, these folks have to earn a living, and they have to be able to stay farmers. So I like to stay out of the way and let them do their business, but we also have to work together to do it the best way we can, so we can be independent, not only from the foreign entities, but from these oil companies.
There you go.
These oil companies that have just been giving us the shaft for years and years.
So I guess that also correlates with your no property tax. I mean, that would help out the little people as well.
Oh, heck yes. I mean, farmers have a hard enough time making ends meet. I mean, when you're at the behest of Mother Nature, you don't know what each year is going to bring. And now that may not be a whole lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but eliminating an extra bill will help.
Right. You know, car payments, mortgage
tractor payments, equipment payments, fuel payments. I mean, it's just I'm a trucker, and I know how hard it is to keep these things fueled. And you know, tractors aren't the most fuel efficient things, especially when they're disking and plowing and so forth. And there's got to be something's got to give, because we can't just keep paying and paying and paying. And, these folks have to be able to earn a living and make some money to stay farmers. And as a legislator, we have to do whatever we can to help out.
So, quest for the seat. And as soon as you get in office, is there like any specific thing that you're going to do right away? Any legislation you're going to bring up right away?
Well, my first and foremost task, I believe, is eliminating property taxes on our home. My whole thing is that these property taxes are nothing more than rent that we pay to the government, and we're really entering in some hard times, and the government can come in and make it even worse by putting us on the streets if we just don't have quite enough money to afford these property taxes. And that's unconscionable. It's evil, and if I have anything to do with it, it's going to stop.
Awesome. One more question and then we'll let you go, John. We know you're busy out here. I myself have a problem with the Real ID Act, John. Do you have a problem with the Real ID Act?
Yes, heck yes. We all know who we are, and that's where it ends. You know, if I want to know who you are, I'm going to come up and ask you and introduce myself. Say, hey, how you doing?
Well,
My name's John. What's yours? That's all the ID I need.
Well, what do you say to those people that will think like this? Well, it's there for our safety and our protection against the evildoers.
Well, I believe in a castle doctrine, which will allow people to protect themselves if there's any perceived threat. And I think that's the most important thing. We got to get back to doing things on our own, being personally responsible and accountable for our own actions, and you know, work together with our neighbors in order to get things done. A castle doctrine will allow that to happen. If somebody walks in your house and you have the right to defend yourself against a perceived threat, see, there's another couple. How about that? And you take the unfortunate direction and defend yourself lethally. That's going to carry a lot of weight in the criminal community, because if they know that they're not going to be able, if they go out to a particular area or anybody's home, and there's a real strong chance that that person will defend themselves lethally, that will take care of a lot of crime and a lot of terroristic threats and everything else that's bad that happens to us. We don't need a real ID. We don't need the government hovering over our shoulder, monitoring every move that we make, and all in the name of a so-called protection that really doesn't exist. Well, who's going to protect us from government folks that take their job a little bit too seriously? Because once they have that ability, we can't take it away, and we start losing a lot of our rights as American citizens. And that's, the Constitution is there for our protection. That's all the protection we need.
And I think you will agree with me when I say this. When the federal Constitution's gone, we always got our state Constitution.
Yes, indeed.
John, I know I said I'd let you go, but I got one more real quick question for you. But hit it home with the Second Amendment.
It says what it says, and it means what it means. We have the right to bear arms, and that's all there is to it. They didn't mean hunting. They didn't mean target practice. They didn't mean sportsmen or women. It means you have the right to bear arms, and that shall not be infringed, and that means it won't be infringed. It's just as simple as that. No interpretation necessary.
John, thanks a million.